Hello, and welcome to Beginner Yoga Flow Style 1. For this class, all you need is a mat and a meditation cushion for later on in the practice. We're going to begin lying down on our backs. So extend the feet out long, spread them out towards the sides, let them drop to either side. Extend your arms out to your sides, palms facing up. Begin to focus on your breath. In through the nose, deep down into the abdomen. And just allow the ground to take the full weight of your body. Feel it supporting you. In these moments before we begin the physical portion of the practice, we aim to cement ourselves into the present moment. Not worrying about anything we have to do later on, or anything that's already occurred earlier in our day. Just being here with ourselves and our breath. Just 2 more deep breaths. Now on your own time, draw both knees up into the chest, wrapping the hands around them, pulling them in towards the chest, expanding your breath up into the legs, and as you exhale, drawing the knees in closer towards you. Feel free to rock slightly from side to side, just massaging into the low back. Slowly come back to stillness. Place your left foot down on the ground and bring your right ankle, place it on top of the left knee, and then push out on your right knee with your right hand, keeping the right foot flexed. Just opening up into the right hip crease. more full breath on this side. Switch legs, bring the right foot down, bring the left heel on top of the right knee, flex the left foot, and then push out on the left knee with the left hand. You can also use the force of your left knee pushing it out by itself, which will help get into the stretch a little deeper. One more breath on this side. Remove the left foot from the right knee. Drop both knees back in towards the chest. But this time extend both feet towards the sky. Here we can stay tight in the core, aiming to push the low back towards the ground, keeping the legs relaxed and just holding in this position. Again, just focusing on smooth and balanced inhales, in and out through the nose. Two more full breaths in this position. Bring the knees back into the chest. Give them one final squeeze. And then roll over onto the right side of your body, using your right arm as a pillow. And when you're ready, using your left hand, push yourself up to a seated position and come forward onto all fours into your first tabletop. So this is a foundational position you'll return to many times. So there's a few cues that can help you each time you return to this position. Focus on these cues and it'll help you build strength and awareness anytime you're in a position like this. So the cues are push down through the hands as strong as you can. You get a bit of a doming in the upper back. Tuck your tailbone towards your heels. So for me, it's kind of like a this motion, tucking it towards the heels. And just keep your gaze centered at the ground. So we're pushing out strong through the hands, tucking the tail, and a slight activation in the core. This position will help you build straight arm strength through the arms. Now from here, we're going to move into a little wrist warm-up. It's very important to warm up and strengthen the wrist to keep them healthy, as they're a joint that a lot of pressure is put on during parts of a yoga practice. So return the fingers out to face the edges of the mat. Turn the eye of the elbow on both arms inward towards each other, and then just slowly start to shift side to side. Only as much as comfortable, just aiming to stretch different parts of the wrist before we put too much weight on them. You can use your fingers also when you're shifting from side to side to push you back the other way, and it'll help build more strength through the hands and the wrists and the forearms. A couple more times, side to side. Back to center. Turn the fingers back to face the knees. Reset that strong tabletop position. Push out through the hands. Tuck the tail. On an inhale, shift slightly forward. And as you exhale, shift slightly back, keeping the palms planted, stretching into the wrists. And then just move with your breath. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shift back. One more time. As you shift back, come to sit back on the heels with toes tucked. Shake out the hands to release any tension. And clasp the hands together and begin to rotate through the wrist one direction. And then switch other direction. Shake the wrist lightly. Now we're going to move through some extensor exercises for the hands. We're just going to have the hands out like this and begin opening and closing them completely, squeezing on the close and fully extending when you open. Trying to maintain a lot of tension through the hand as you do this. This is a really good exercise for strengthening the wrists and the forearms. If you're not used to doing it, it's probably going to burn a little, but just fight through it for about another 30 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake out the hands one final time. Shift forward back to your tabletop position. Now moving through some cat-cows. So again, find that strong tabletop. Exhale completely. And as you inhale, start to drop the belly, tucking the tailbone towards the ceiling, pulling forward with the chest, and lifting the gaze. As you exhale, reverse, tuck the tail toward the heels, push out through the hands, doubling the upper back, and drop the chin, looking in towards the knees or the chest. And then we just move through our breath. Inhaling to drop, look up. Exhaling to tuck, dome, and gaze inward. Try to move a little bit slower than you like. Really feeling the motion of the movement through the spine. One more time each way. back to a neutral position. From here, we're going to push into the hands and just lift the knees. Hover them a couple inches off the ground and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower. Prepare to lift again. Push, lift, hover. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower the knees. One more time. Prepare to lift. Push, hover the knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower the knees. You can shake out each hand if you feel like it. Now moving into the first downward dog of the class. So with most of these poses, it starts with pushing into the hands, pressure into the feet, lift the hips up and back. Now you're not worried about how straight your legs are. This pose is about the line from the wrist to the top of the hip. So bend the knees as much as needed. And try to find a straighter line from your wrists up to your hips. The whole time pushing out through the hands and putting pressure down through the heels to get more of a stretch into the hamstring. But again, the knees can be bent as much as needed, heels can be lifted. We're just focusing on a strong shoulder position. We'll remain here for a couple more deep breaths. On your next inhale, push out through the hands. Exhale, shift forward. Slowly walk your way to the front of the mat. Coming into a forward fold. Again here, feel to bend the knees as much as needed. You can have your hands on the floor, or you can cross and hold opposite elbows and just let the head hang, relaxing the head and neck. Feeling the stretch through the backs of the legs and into the low back. Now we're just going to practice a halfway lift. So from this position, I'll stand closer to the center so you can see it better. From this forward fold position, we're going to inhale up to a halfway lifted position. Hands can be on the shins, pressing into them, extending out through the crown of the head towards the opposite wall. Trying to find this flat back position. And on your next exhale, slowly lower. Try that one more time. Inhale, lift up halfway to a flat back. hands on shins, extending your head outward, away from the body. And as you exhale, lower back down. So now from this position, bend the knees generously and slowly roll yourself up to a standing position. Coming to another foundational pose that we move in and out of a lot of different poses from. It's Tadasana or mountain pose. What you want to focus on here is powering down through the legs, finding a slight tuck at that tailbone again, a little bit of activation in the core, and the rest of the body remains soft and relaxed. Hands hanging down along the sides, eyes closed. Returning to the breath. Now from this position, we'll move into our first short little flow, which is called Surya Namaskar or Sun Salutation. Begins from the mountain pose, hands down along the sides. On your inhale, you sweep the hands up overhead. They can touch if you like. Shift the gaze a little up. Push the chest slightly forward, the hips slightly forward. And then exhale, fold down to this forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead to stand. And exhale, float the arms down by your side. Move through that one more time. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Slight back bend. Exhale, slowly fold over the legs. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep to stand. Exhale, arms gently float down to the sides. We're going to add one more little sequence into this now and move through that a couple times. Exhale completely. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Gaze lifts. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Here's where we change it up. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the feet back onto the knees. Hold for a breath. On your next exhale, slowly lower yourself down to the mat. Inhale, push slightly into the hands. Squeeze the elbows into the sides. Lift with the muscles of the back to cobra. Exhale, fold. Push back to your knees. Push the hips up and back to downward facing dog. Hold for a breath. Inhale, push into the hands. Bend the knees. Exhale, slowly walk forward to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep to rise. Exhale, float the hands down. Pick up the speed a little and do that just a couple more times. Find your strong mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back to the knees. Hold. On your next exhale, slowly lower the chest to the ground. Inhale, lift up to cobra. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, push back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, push into the hands, bend the knees, and exhale, slowly step forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, float the arms down. One more time. Exhale completely. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back down onto the knees. Hold. On your next exhale, slowly lower down to the mat. Inhale, lift up. Little baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push back to the knees. Up to down dog. Hold for a breath. Inhale, push into the hands. Bend the knees. And slowly make your way between the hands. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep to rise. And exhale. Take a moment here to feel how your body reacted to that. Feel the slight heat, the slight temperature rise throughout the body. Maybe the heart has quickened. The breathing is quickened. Use that controlled cadence of the breath in through the nose, down deep into the lungs, into the abdomen, to slow down your heart rate. Moving on to a little bit of a balance challenge. We're going to do tree pose, which I'm sure you've probably seen in a picture before. So from the center of your mat, move all the weight into your left foot. Bring your right foot up on to your left calf. It can be completely on the left calf. The toes can be down. Just don't place it on the knee. The knee's a sensitive joint. We don't want to be putting weight on it that way. So either the calf or keeping the toes on the ground. Now, stay strong through the standing leg. Push the right foot into the left leg. And with the right knee, we want to open it out towards the side to feel a stretch in through here. And once we've done all this, you can bring the hands to heart center. It helps to keep your eyes focused on one point to keep your balance. just stay here, focusing on your breathing. We'll be here for about another 10 seconds. And slowly release the foot back down. You shake out the leg, shifting sides, put all the weight into the right foot. Lift up the left foot and place it toes down or up all the way onto the calf. Strong through the standing leg. Pressure from the left foot into the right calf. And then pull this knee, the left knee, out towards the side to open up into the hip. Lastly, hands coming to center. It helps to have a bit of a harder surface to do this on. It's a little difficult on a carpet or something really cushy. About 5 more seconds. And slowly lower the foot. Shake out the left leg. Moving towards the top of the mat into a pose called Trikonasana or triangle. Keeping the right foot planted, you're going to step the left foot back about a leg's distance. The left foot, it will be facing the left side of your mat, and the right foot will be facing the front of the room. We also want to square the hips over towards the left side. From here, we inhale, bring the left arm up along the left side of the face near the ear. And as you exhale, we slowly side bend over towards the right side. Aiming to feel the stretch all the way in the left side of the body. It can help to press down more through the back foot and extend out more with the left hand. And then focus on breathing into the left side of the body. One more full breath. As you exhale, slowly come back up to stand. And to switch sides, we simply turn the right foot towards the left and the left foot towards the back of the room. Inhale, arm up beside the ear. Exhale, side bend toward the left, using your left hand to support you. And again, push down to the back foot and extend out through the right hand. One more full breath. On the exhale, come back up to stand. Return to the front of the mat, or around the middle. Feet hips width distance. Turn them out on a 45-degree angle. They might just come off the edges of the mat like that. And then slowly sit down and back into a squatting position. Now, if you're up on the balls of your feet like this, that's all right. If you have to stand up like this, that's all right. This is just a really good pose to open up into the hips and assist with your mobility getting up and off the floor. Getting up and down off the floor is actually a really great exercise to maintain overall mobility. We're not going to hang out here too long, just a little bit. It's important to find a spot you can hold that you feel comfortable with, and slowly over time, you'll be able to develop more range of motion and more comfortability in this position. It can be a little tough on the ankles too, if you're not used to putting them at such a degree. Try to stay tall through the spine. You don't want to hunch over too much. Can help to shift from side to side. One more full breath. Put your hands down behind you. Slowly come down onto the butt. Extend the feet out in front. Grab around the toes with the hands. Pull them a little tighter in towards the body. And with this grip, pull the chest forward. And then with the power in your legs, push the knees down towards the ground. You should feel a stretch right in here on the inner crease of the hips. You can also just bounce the knees here, working into the elasticity property of your fascia. You can extend the feet out, maybe a foot more or so. Relax the legs. And then slowly just fold forward as much as your body allows. Just hanging out here for a relaxed stretch. On your next inhale, come back to a tall seated position. Extend the legs out long, give them a bit of a shake. From here, we're going to roll back down onto the back. Try to use the strength of your core to make the roll a little bit slower. Down onto the back. Now we're going to revisit that figure 4 position earlier. Instead, this time, we're going to pull the leg in towards the body. So starting with the left leg planted, right ankle on top of the left knee. Now using the left leg, pull the right leg in towards the body. Keeping the right foot flexed, bring your hands onto the back of the thigh or onto the shin to assist you. The aim here is to use the strength of the left leg and the right leg. So we're pulling in with the left leg and pushing out with the right leg by way of the knee to open up into the hips. Another 2 full breaths here. Slowly place the left foot back down and switch to the other leg. Right foot down, left ankle on top of the right knee, and draw the right leg up, pulling the left in towards the body. Just really try to pay attention to the feeling each of these poses or stretches makes in your body. Never pushing into a point that causes any pain. You only want to have sensation. It can be a little uncomfortable, some of the sensations, but it should never be a point of pain. Another 2 full breaths. And slowly place the right foot back down, left foot back down. This time, drop both knees in towards the chest again. And now slowly allow your legs to lower over towards the right side, extending the left arm out towards the left side. You can also use your right hand to pull down onto the left knee, just coming into a gentle stretch, a gentle twist for the body. You can also turn your head to look towards the left side. Really try to relax all tension through the torso of the body to allow it to twist deeper. One more full breath. Lift the legs back up to center, back into the chest, and slowly lower them to the left side this time. Extending out to the right with the right arm, pulling down on the right knee with the left hand, relaxing the torso, and maybe shifting your gaze over towards the right. One more full breath. Bring the legs back up to center. One more squeeze into the body. And then extend the legs out long towards the front of the room. Spread the legs apart. Allow the toes to fall towards the side. Extend the arms out long, palms facing up. Let the entire weight of your body go. Let your control over your breath go. Allow it to return just to its natural rhythm. Take note of how your body feels compared to the beginning of practice. Take note of whatever arises in the mind during the coming silence. And without any judgment, just let the thoughts pass from one to the next. Begin to reawaken the body. Make small movements through the fingers, the feet, the wrists. Just stretch yourself out. Bring the knees back in towards the chest. Roll over onto the right side, using the right arm as a pillow. When you're ready, use your left hand, push yourself up to a seated position, and grab your meditation cushion for a short little meditation. So come to a comfortable seated position that suits you right now. We use the meditation cushion to elevate the hips, which rolls them forward slightly, supporting the curve, the natural curve of your spine. And there's a saying that once the spine is aligned, the rest of the body can follow. So just take a second to find your seated position. When you're there, take the hands, palms facing up, onto the knees, the thighs, in the center, wherever feels comfortable, and close the eyes. Take notice of where your body connects to the floor. Feel the support the ground provides you. You can let all of your weight go, feeling a type of lightness. Roll the shoulders up, back, relax them gently down the back. Feel the weight of the arms. Let any tension there go. Feel where the backs of the hands connect to the body. Let the hands be soft. Any tension left in the shoulders, become aware of it and let it go. Lastly, release all tension from the muscles of the face. Let the tongue drop from the roof of the mouth. Feeling the body becoming completely relaxed yet supported. From here, we tune our awareness to our breath. Feel the movement in the body as you inhale in through the nose, deep down into the abdomen. And as you exhale, letting all the air go. This act of breathing being our ever-present connection to life that often goes unnoticed throughout the day. So we'll spend the next few minutes focusing solely on the act of breathing, the movement it creates in our body, the feeling of the breath. Whenever you notice your mind becoming distracted by this thought or that thought, allow it to come back to the breath. slowly begin to release the practice. Move your awareness back to the space around you, the sounds around you, anything outside of the body. When you're ready, slowly flutter the eyes open. I hope you enjoyed this practice today. Many of these practices I recommend, even doing daily sun salutations are a really good way to start the day, and especially the daily meditation. I really encourage people to begin a daily meditation practice. But I look forward to seeing you the next time, and thank you for allowing me to share this practice with you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste.